What's on though? What? Oncoming kids. There you go. So this is Waiyaki Way. You're driving from that stretch. You need to keenly watch on this side because it's a construction site. So you need to carefully walk through here. As you can see, we have kids here who are just moving and Salama, nakuona part of the ongoing work with the capacity enhancement and beautification. So let's continue showing you this one. You can see the curbs have been set already and they are very strong. Hello good people, and welcome once again to Nairobi Connect. Today we want to show you the JKIA to ABC Place capacity enhancement, and where we are standing right here, this is the ABC Place where this project is supposed to end at. So come with us, let's walk through this lane and see where this latest construction update is. Remember to like, subscribe to this channel. So let's go straight into this video. Yeah, so that side where you're seeing right there, that is the James Gishuru Road. So we won't be taking that today. Just want to walk through this side right here as we walk towards that other side. We want to take the down stretch on that side and show you how this project is. So this is where this project is supposed to culminate. So this is the ABC Place roundabout. As you can see, it's well manicured. And I wish that all roundabouts will look like this. So there you go.
Welcome back everybody to another major infrastructure and urban transformation update right here in Nairobi, Kenya. Today we are back again along the ongoing JKIA Westlands capacity enhancement and beautification project. And for this update, we will focus on the section from ABC Place heading towards the Nairobi Expressway entry along Waiyaki Way. This is one of the busiest and most important transport corridors in Nairobi because it connects Westlands directly towards the CBD, Upper Hill, and eventually JKIA. This section is continuing to experience major transformation, especially after the construction of the Nairobi Expressway. What's expected here is rehabilitation works, drainage upgrades, beautification, landscaping, and pedestrian improvements across this corridor to the airport. So in today's update, we are going to walk through this section and observe the latest progress on the ground. If you enjoy Nairobi infrastructure updates, urban development, and city transformation content, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share. Let us now begin this walk from right here in ABC Place.
Want to cross over. Thank you. Let's see where this project is coming up. Yeah, so this project is supposed to start from right here. So traffic's already building up around that area. So that today, but try to walk in towards the side. I want to show you how this place looks like. As you can see,
now this area around the ABC Place remains one of the busiest commercial areas along Waiyaki Way. This section has continued growing rapidly over the years because of increasing office developments, hotels, restaurants, and business activity around Westlands and Spring Valley. One thing becoming very noticeable today is how the lower highway corridor is slowly being modernized to match the standards of the Nairobi Expressway. after the expressway construction, many sections underneath it and even what you're seeing here experienced pressure and deterioration. But now Kenya is carrying out rehabilitation and capacity enhancement works to improve the condition of these roads. Now you'll notice improvements on road shoulders, pavement, and the general appearance of this corridor. Now this section is slowly becoming cleaner, more organized, and more modern compared to previous years.
What's on, Joe? What? So they want to set up these curbs, and the good thing about this project is I like how big these curbs are. You can see right here, and they'll be, barricading and even, putting those safety measures, which comes to both pedestrian and motorist safety. So this is where this project is going to start, all the way to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and this is Waiyaki Way, A8, and the road above, that's the Nairobi Expressway. This is where the expressway starts, and so we shall be walking down stretch as we head on to Westlands, and also see how this project is coming up. So so we shall be
As we continue walking, one major thing many motorists have noticed is the changing traffic flow along Waiyaki Way. But this road has always been known for extremely heavy congestion, especially during morning and evening rush hours. But after the opening of the Nairobi Expressway, traffic patterns changed significantly. Long-distance motorists can now use the elevated expressway that we've shown you there, while local traffic remains on the lower highway. Now, this has helped reduce pressure, especially on such junction, although congestion still remains around some other junctions and commercial access areas. And that is why projects like this, capacity enhancement, are becoming very important. But the goal is not only beautification, but also improving efficiency, road safety, and overall movement within the city.
They want to redo this area, but let's continue walking downside and see how this project is coming up. So this is Nairobi Connect. Welcome here. In case you haven't subscribed, kindly do hit onto that subscribe. You can like this video and share it to those who want to see such content. In case you're new here, welcome to this family. We showcase Kenya's infrastructural projects, among other things on this channel, such as urban tour, travel, and great things are coming here, so stay tuned and welcome right here. So this is Waiyaki Way. As you can see, it's busy, and we shall be walking down stretch to see where this capacity enhancement and beautification, including landscaping of this critical corridor of Nairobi. So this road will take you all the way to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, down to Mombasa, the coastal city, and if you use the other side, this is a road that will also connect you all the way to Nakuru, Busia, all the way to Uganda and the neighboring countries. So this is a very important link road. That's why it's A104, or sometimes like we say A8. So let's see how this project is going. Yeah, I can see they've constructed something like a retaining wall right here. So this is what will help preventing pedestrians from getting into contact with the oncoming vehicles. And you can see this highway is so busy. So I think this retaining wall will come into handy as far as safety is concerned. So let's keep moving. Mambo, uko salama? Hapana, I showcase to the project. Yeah, so this is the latest right here. Let's continue to see how this is coming up. So we are now walking towards Safaricom, and this is the Aga Khan High School. So let's continue to see how this project is coming up. So
one thing I like about this section is how they've raised the pedestrian footpaths. As you can see, the retaining wall there will separate close contacts of pedestrian and motorists, and this one I think will improve the overall safety of pedestrians moving across this busy road. You can also let us know what you think about these latest updates right here in the comment section. So in our previous video, there's one of you who mentioned this particular bridge you're seeing ahead of us, and they were saying that this bridge has worn out and it needs to be repaired. So kindly, Kenya National Highways Authority, you can look into that, and perhaps even as you rehabilitate this busy corridor, we can also consider this footbridge, in also ensuring that pedestrian safety is put into play. Now, one thing you will observe during this walk is the drainage infrastructure. Previously, some sections along Waiyaki Way would flood heavily during rainy season, but now we are seeing improved drainage channels and reconstruction of roadside storm water systems. Drainage may not always attract attention, but it is one of the most important parts of road infrastructure. Good drainage helps preserve road quality and prevents future damage.
Usually very unsafe to walk on these drainages, but the good thing I can see here is at least they've covered the drainages from this side, which is also a good thing. Most of our Kenyan projects are sometimes, rather, the drainages are usually not covered, but what we are seeing here, we are seeing the drainages have been covered, which is also a very good thing. So let's continue walking down and see how this place is coming up. Yaje? Mko salama? Naona mnanyoosha. Safi. Yeah, so they've covered these drainages. I always like seeing drainages being covered, being that this is a capital city and it's a city that isn't just a city. This is Nairobi. So this is some of the things that makes me happy as a person who likes infrastructure. And I'm presuming this will be the pedestrian footpaths, so that is something that I'll be confirming later on and let you know. But looking at the initial design, that is supposed to be the plan. So just from that stretch right there, and we're still walking around this area. So if you're using this highway, you need to be extra cautious and watch over the oncoming vehicles. Plus also this is a construction site, and therefore you need to be extra keen while walking here. And even when you're driving here, you need to also keenly watch the pedestrians who are using this busy stretch or busy corridor. Yeah. I've tested my patience, and I think it's safe to say that I can walk on these drainages, but let me just put my bet on them because I want to see if they are 100% safe. So I'll continue to walk on them down stretch and see where this project is coming. I don't want to shoot oncoming kids. There you go. So this is Waiyaki Way. You're driving from that stretch. You need to keenly watch on this side because it's a construction site.
Another major part of this project is improving pedestrian accessibility. For many years, road infrastructure in Nairobi mainly focused on vehicles, while pedestrians were often neglected. But modern road upgrades are increasingly including proper walkways, and safer pedestrian spaces. Along this section, we can already start to see improvements being done. This is extremely important because thousands of people walk along Waiyaki Way every single day, heading to offices, businesses, and matatu stages. Safer walkways and organized pedestrian spaces help reduce accidents and improve the overall urban experience.
Kwa salama na kuona part of the road going work with the capacity enhancement and beautification. So let's continue showing you how this place is coming up. Loving it. Wow. Okay. And this is Waiyaki Way.
So as you can see, this section has high numbers of pedestrian walking here, including school-going kids from the neighboring school ahead, and therefore that's why we're saying that this project indeed will come in handy with the proper walkways being fitted along this section.
So what do you think about what's happening here? This is Waiyaki Way in Westlands. This is where this project is supposed to culminate. Share with us. And by now, if you haven't subscribed, you should have already subscribed right here. Like this video and also share it with those who want to see such content. Thank you so much for the continued support. So glad that you've continued to show us support and love, and we surpassed the 2K plus subscribers. Thank you so much for letting us reach that milestone. We still have more to come. The soup is getting spicy, so let's keep subscribing here if you have not subscribed. And trying to avoid school kids, but just try and how safe do you think this place is, looking at how things are here? Maybe you can let us know in the comments. Do you think we are in the right trajectory? And wow. So let me try and move from this side, show you how this place is coming. You can see the curbs have been set already, and they are very strong. Yeah. Show you that. What do you think about these curbs that have been put here?
We are also seeing continued commercial growth around this corridor. One thing infrastructure always does is attract investment and business activity. As roads improve and accessibility becomes better, more investors become interested in these areas. That is why sections around Westlands and Waiyaki Way continue developing rapidly with office towers, retail spaces, and mixed-use development. And once this entire project is completed, the attractiveness and value of this corridor will also likely go up. Infrastructure and economic growth always move together.
Just late Sunday. So I like the organization here. I can see the footpaths have been set separate from the drainages, and the drainages have been well covered. Good job. So far so good from this side of Westlands. We shall also be tracking another spot on this busy corridor of the A8 from JKIA to ABC Place in Westlands. That is the capacity enhancement and beautification project. But the good thing about this particular section is the drainages have been well covered, and the walkways where I'm walking right now, I think this is sand, and they are wide and they can accommodate as many people as possible. This is what we call the non-motorist transport, or NMTs. And how I wish they could also put up, cycling lanes on the side, and maybe border lanes on the same stretch, to avoid those cross contacts, and sometimes, all of us squeezing in one lane, vehicles, pedestrian, motorists, becomes unsafe. But if we go this direction, set aside the pedestrian walkways, set aside the bike lanes, and so like I was saying, if we could go, sometimes when you walk while vlogging, you catch so much attention, and people want to come to you, others are greeting you, others want to come and say something, and so it sometimes distracts your mind. So that is why we have to sometimes walk while rather talk while pausing. Those are the challenges of every job. So those are just some of the challenges we sometimes face, especially doing street vlogging. So this is the busy Waiyaki Way. and ahead of us is the exit and the entry of the Nairobi Expressway in Westlands. And so what I was saying is how I wish they could set aside the NMTs on all our roads, whereby we can have cycling lanes, pedestrian walkways, we have the zebra crossings, we have the well covered drainages and manicured landscapes. I think Nairobi City would be a better place, and we can do this. Nairobi is such a big city and we can do this. So the relevant authorities, let's continue this direction and also put as many safety measures on our roads. Yeah, so far from where we started in ABC Place, that is the latest I can say, what I can see on the ground. Like you've seen, the project is still on the advanced stages and moving on. You can share with us your thoughts in the comments about what you think about what you're seeing right there. Drop your thoughts right here. You can like this video, share it with those who want to see such content, and we shall catch you very soon with yet another episode of what's happening. Now, before I end this video, I want to show you something. So this is I don't know if this is a designated crossing point, because as you can see, pedestrians are struggling crossing there. So this is where the Nairobi Expressway starts, but what you're seeing there, let me try and zoom. Yeah, so sometimes it's become a struggle. Let me just show you how the pedestrian is crossing right there. See? So it's very dangerous sometimes crossing this point, like what that kid right there is doing. Let me just show you. Yeah, see? As you can see, this road is very busy, and crossing here sometimes becomes a challenge. And I think the Kenya National Highways Authority, you can do good, you can do better when it comes to pedestrian safety and crossing. So this is in Brookside. The road you're seeing here, this is Brookside, and so crossing here sometimes becomes so difficult, and so this is something that I'm hoping the Kenya National Highways Authority will put into consideration. Let me just show you how hard it is crossing here. Yeah, so like I was saying, crossing here sometimes is usually very hectic, as you can see. It's one of those congested points, and just want to show you how pedestrians cross here. The struggle here is so real. So this is how we cross this section. Seen that? Yes, so Kenya National Highways Authority, you can do better here. You can perhaps install pedestrian footpaths, or rather footbridge, to also help pedestrians navigate this busy stretch. This is the Nairobi Expressway. So that is the highway that will take you all the way to Mlolongo and Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. But if you can put up this massive piece of infrastructure, and we don't put, the pedestrian footbridge, then I think it becomes a challenge. So this is, I would say, the designated walkways, or rather zebra crossing, that have been demarcated here. So let me just show you. I just want to try and cross here. Okay, so I'm crossing. Wow. So hazardous, Yaje? Ukivuka hapa una feel uko safe kweli?
Bwana.
Au feel safe kabisa, si ndio?
Yeah.
Si ndio? So wanafaa wajenge bridge hapa. Si ndio? Ndio najaribu ama ile walete hapa, ile iko pale juu. Yeah. Sawa sawa, wacha nijaribu kuonyesha watu. Hata ile isaidii sio? Tutajaribu kuonyesha watu ndio pia serikali pia waone. Sawa, asante. You see how difficult crossing here is, good people. You know, such an infrastructure of such magnitude, and you don't put pedestrian footbridge. I don't think we're heading in the right direction. See that? Wow. So thank you so much for walking with us from the ABC Place as we track the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Westlands capacity enhancement and beautification.
Yes, so from what you've seen right there, pedestrians are finding it very difficult navigating or crossing through this busy highway, and so therefore the Kenya National Highways Authority, even as you rehabilitate this busy section, you can also consider erecting more footbridges across this corridor, especially from Westlands all the way to ABC Place. So one thing that really stands out, especially on this section, is the scale of urban transformation currently happening in Nairobi. When you compare this corridor today versus several years ago, the difference is becoming very clear. We have a modern superhighway right here, and also an expressway infrastructure which is gradually changing how Nairobi looks and functions. But of course, like you've seen, some challenges still remains, including missing footbridges. But we believe step by step, projects like this are contributing towards a more modern and organized city if properly planned. And as we finalize today's walking up from ABC Place towards the Nairobi Expressway entry, and we can see clearly that this corridor is continuing to evolve rapidly. But the JKIA to Westlands capacity enhancement and beautification project is not only improving road infrastructure, but also reshaping the surrounding urban environment. From drainage upgrades and road rehabilitation to landscaping and pedestrian improvements, the transformation is becoming more visible with every passing month. And considering how important this corridor is to Nairobi's economy and mobility, these upgrades will likely have long-term impact for many years to come. Thank you so much, everybody, for working with us today through this latest Nairobi infrastructure update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share more Nairobi road and city transformation updates. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon in our next one. And kindly watch till the end.